We all like to get expensive items for cheap, and luxury brands know this. This is why they have sales, loyalty schemes, and outlets where you can buy older and unsold stock for cheap. But what if I told you it's not just unsold stock that gets sent to their outlet stores, and it's full of purposely made, lower quality items that are nowhere near the same level as those sold in the boutique shops? I'm about to tell you the biggest secret in the luxury fashion industry that hardly gets spoken about. And I've only covered this topic slightly with short videos on Instagram and TikTok, which have got millions of views and thousands of comments. So I feel like more of an explanation is needed to educate you on how you are unknowingly being scammed. There are various places in the world that have high-end luxury outlet stores, such as Cheshire Oaks and Bicester Village in the UK, Laval Village in Paris, the Barberino designer outlet in Italy, the Torino outlet village in Turin, and the La Rocca village in Barcelona, just to name a few, where there are stores like Prada, Gucci, Saint Laurent, Balenciaga, Burberry, and pretty much every luxury brand except the likes of Louis Vuitton and Chanel. Traditionally, outlet stores are defined as stores that sell overstock or past season items at a discounted price. However, in recent years, the definition has now changed to products made for the outlet, with designers and vendors creating familiar looks at a lower cost and quality. So basically, most of the items you see at the outlet stores are items that look very similar to the ones that are in boutique shops, but not actually the same. They are made of lower quality materials, from the main body material down to the hardware like the buttons, the zippers, and the closures. So let's take this Prada nylon backpack from the boutique shop and let's compare it to one that you'll see at an outlet. So the actual nylon itself will be a slightly different grade and quality. The leather lining used on the made for outlet would be a smooth leather, whereas the boutique version is the classic, very expensive, very durable Saffiano leather. The clasps and the buttons on the made for outlet version are a lot lower quality too, and this is just to name a few bits. So why does this matter? Well, if you're buying an item from a brand like Prada, which is renowned for its high quality craftsmanship and durability, and you receive an item that's, well, not that, then you're gonna be very disappointed. The item also will not hold anywhere near as much value. So if you ever come around to selling it, you will be surprised with a very low offer. It will wear a lot quicker, the leather will discolor, and the hardware will tarnish at a much faster rate. And it's just not anywhere near as durable, so before you know it, it's unwearable. The whole concept of this idea is just very misleading, and I feel like people need to be made aware of it, so they are completely aware of what they are purchasing before they commit to doing so. Because although they're in an outlet store, the products still aren't cheap. So are the brands actually allowed to do this? So Ella put a poll in the Luxe Circle the other day, which, by the way, if you don't know what it is, it's where we have all our daily conversations with you guys about all things luxury. Anyway, we asked if you thought it was wrong that the brands do this. And obviously, the results speak for themselves. If you want to join in the conversation next time, just subscribe and you'll see all our posts. So in short, yes, the luxury brands are allowed to do it, obviously. This is how most of the shops in the outlet villages make their money, and there are a few reasons as to why. So they don't want to discount their main items when they can just sell it for normal price in a boutique shop and get the most money possible from the items that are made from better materials and higher quality craftsmanship. But they are very sneaky in the way they produce these items in a very similar style to one that they would see in a boutique that actually tricks the customer into thinking they're getting a classic item. They also do it because it actually introduces a customer into the brand, and they hope that they will stay loyal to the company and in future buy items direct from the boutique instead of going back to the outlet store where they make even more money. So if you're shopping at these outlets, how can you tell the difference between a made for outlet item and unsold stock from the boutiques? They actually do a really good job of hiding this, and unless you have one directly to compare, then it will be very difficult to tell the difference. But all hope is not lost. There are a few ways to uncover their secrets. If you are looking for exclusively unsold stock from the boutiques, then the things that I would take a closer look at is the quality of the material, the engraving on the hardware, the stitching, the stamps, the finishing, the codes, and one of the easiest ways to tell, the packaging. Most made for outlet items have completely different packaging. Take a look at these Prada dust bags, for example. You can see how low quality the made for outlet version is compared to the boutique version. And another good trick that you can do too is just ask the store assistant. They technically aren't allowed to lie to you. So just simply ask, is this a made for outlet item, or is this unsold stock from the boutiques? And if they are a slippery sales snake, as I like to call them, when they don't know the answer, I would just take that as they don't want to disclose to you that it is a made for outlet item, so I would stay away. So if you're questioning whether to buy a made for outlet item or not, here is my opinion. They are cheaper. So if you're desperate for a Gucci, a Prada, a Saint Laurent item, it is a great way of getting a classic looking luxury piece for a fraction of the price, but you need to understand that the quality will not be the same. This means that you don't get anywhere near as much wear out of it as you would if you bought it directly from the boutique, and it wouldn't feel or look as good close up, and it may leave it out to interpretation that the item is counterfeit. Obviously that's not the case. However, this is a perception that others may have on it, including smaller resale companies who haven't caught up with their knowledge of designer outlet pieces, so it may lead them into rejecting your item if you ever wanted to sell it. If you do come to resell it, be prepared for the price to be a lot lower. This basically means it's actually just worth investing in higher quality bags directly from the boutiques. It will last longer and you'll get a higher return when you come to sell it, meaning that it actually costs you less in the long run. And one last thing, when you buy directly from the boutique and not from an outlet, it goes on your account. When you're buying luxury items frequently, it's good to have an SA that you frequently use. They keep you up to date with all the latest news and pieces that are arriving, all the price increases and future discontinuation of products. This means that you'll be kept in the know before everyone else. With outlet pieces, this is just not the same. It doesn't count towards your account and has no benefits for the future when you're shopping with that brand. If it was me, personally, I would stay away from made for outlet items and only buy older season unsold stock from the outlets. But by all means, if you see an item that's made for outlet and you really like it and want to buy it, who am I to tell you that you shouldn't? Thank you for watching this video. I'm really glad that I made this because there is just not many videos on the internet about it, and I really think that more and more people should be in the know about it. Remember to come and join me and Ella in the Luxe Circle to join our conversations, and definitely watch this video here if you want to be more in the know about the world of luxury. See you next time.